What is up, all my lovely subjects? It's Master Salazar here, and today I am giving my lovely subjects the story time of how I got into the band September Mourning. I found them, they were a recommendation on YouTube that I found when I was listening to Arch Enemy. And, the first song I heard was the third single they had released for their new album that they're going to be releasing at some point. September Mourning has not given us a release date for their kind of third album, maybe second, I'm not really sure. Well, technically second, because I'll get into that in a minute. But they have 4 singles released for this new album they are going to be releasing at some point. Empire, Glass Animals, Unholy, and Hiding from Heaven. September Mourning's a band that's really artistic with their music videos and their album covers and everything. I guess pretty much from what I read about the band September Mourning, they're a female-fronted screamo band, and the lead singer, I guess her stage name is September, and they've basically, what September Mourning is trying to do with their music is release kind of comic books or graphic novels. I've seen them be called both graphic novels and comic books, so I'm not really sure which one it is exactly, but they want to kind of release graphic novels, I guess, to go along with each album they're going to be releasing. They haven't been around for very long because they had an EP they released called Volume 1 that it has 6 songs, and then 3 years ago, they released a full-length album called Volume 2, which basically their first full-length album, Volume 2, includes every song that September Mourning had on the Volume 1 EP. I don't remember what those were, honestly, but because they only have the Volume 2 album on their channel right now, along with the singles they have released for this new album they're going to be releasing soon. So from the Volume 2 album, we don't even have a name for their next album they're releasing, by the way, which is kind of making me mad. But, let's see, from Volume 2, we have The Collection, Angels to Dust, Eye of the Storm, Before the Fall, Children of Fate, Skin and Bones, 20 Below, Heart Can Hold, Superhuman, Live Like You're Alive, Stand By Me, Until You See Heaven. My favorite song from this album is Children of Fate, because it sounds amazing. And I really like the lyrics. My favorite line from the song Children of Fate is, "We are children of fate, we won't bend, we won't break as we burn through the world." I don't know why, but I love that line. But yeah. I also really like Angels to Dust, 20 Below, and Superhuman, and Stand By Me Until You See Heaven. I like the entire album of Volume 2, but those are the songs that I really like from that album. And the singles they have released for a new album that they are going to be releasing soon are Empire, Glass Animals, Unholy, and Hiding from Heaven. For some reason, they made the Hiding from Heaven music video kind of like an old school video game with the lead singer having to defeat a lot of enemies for some reason. It was strange. I really like the single Unholy, though, that they are going to be putting on their next album. They should be releasing, I would imagine, if they released the Volume 2 album 2 years ago, and they released 4 singles for their second full-length album 2 years after they released the Volume 2 album, I would imagine they would release their next album sometime before the end of the year. I'm guessing, unless they're gonna be like Falling in Reverse and give us all these singles and then just randomly wait 4 years to give us another album. Because this is off topic. But Falling in Reverse changed their platform for releasing albums. Because, like, the Drug in Me Is You album was released in 2011. Fashionably Late was 2013. Just Like You was 2015. And Coming Home was 2017. So if they would have just stuck with that platform for releasing albums every other year, we would have probably already had another album by now. But we don't, because Ronnie decided to change it to every 4 years. But whatever. Anyway, back to September Mourning. Yeah, it's making me a little mad that September Mourning hasn't told us when they're releasing a new album, or at least the name of their new album. I have a suspicion for some reason that it's either going to be called Volume 3 because their EP was called Volume 1 and their first full-length album is called Volume 2. So I have a suspicion it's either going to be called Volume 3 or Hiding from Heaven. And then Hiding from Heaven might end up being the title track. I don't know. I could be completely wrong, and they could name it something completely different. But we'll see. That's all I can really say about September Mourning, because they only have the one album released so far, and singles. So, next week. Ooh, perfect. Next week is going to be a long video because I will be giving my lovely subjects the story time of how I got into Green Day. They have a lot of albums. I started listening to all their albums, like, I want to say, like, 2 or 3 weeks ago. It took me a week and a half to get through every single Green Day album, because they have Kerplunk, Dookie, Insomniac, Nimrod, Warning, American Idiot, 21st Century Breakdown, Uno, Dos, Tres, and Revolution Radio. And they're getting ready to release another album soon. But yeah, next week I will talk all about Green Day. So this has been Master Salazar. I will see all of my lovely subjects in my next video.